What's up guys, Sage here, back with some more Bleeding Edge, and on this one guys, I'm going to be showing you guys how you could use Cass. So let's get straight to it. So first things first guys, let's go over her abilities. So her basic abilities is Feather Darts, press and hold X and throw a volley of darts at the enemy. And then going down to her passive is Momentum, Cass gains speed while running continuously, and her charge jump is press and hold A and release to charge up, then perform a huge jump. So going over to her special abilities would be Swoop, dash through enemies in a line dealing damage. It has a 12-second cooldown time, and Rake, a powerful 5-hit melee combo, no cooldown. This is going to be her basic. And Hightail, leaps backwards away from the target. And going over her supers, we have Dive Bomb, jump out of sight, then plummet out of the sky, stunning nearby enemies, and then Blade Dance, spin around and throw daggers out in all directions. So first thing I'm gonna tell you guys is her momentum. You actually pick up a ton of speed. She does not have a hoverboard, but her speed is the speed of a hoverboard when her momentum is fully built up, and you could keep up with everybody on hoverboards, or if they're off a hoverboard, you will automatically be faster than them. As of right now, there's no character on the ground without their hoverboard that could just outrun Cass. So she is the fastest character right now in the game, most definitely. But what you want to do is at the start of the game, when you use Cass, you want to know where to start off, where to push, or who to attack. Basically, you want to know what to do before you actually just hop in and just start attacking. Because being how Cass is the fastest character in the game right now, you can either go for collecting first, because collecting, it'll be difficult for them to catch you due to the way how she is built. So if you collect the stuff and you collect a lot of cells and they have to hunt you down, it's going to be very difficult for them to hunt you down. And on top of that, while they're trying to get to you, your team will definitely help to defend you and get in their back from behind or anything like that. But the way you would want to use her abilities and the way you would want to play her is when you first get into a fight, you want to play off of her Feather Darts. Her Feather Darts, you want to use that like a main attack. Just start off always feather darting the enemy. Unless the enemy is also a ranged kind of character, then you would want to not challenge with range, because being how Cass is the way how she is and she's fast, she's built to be fast, she is a light character, and that is why she's an advanced character to use, because she's very light, but she has a ton of damage. So what you want to do is you want to avoid ranged characters like Gizmo and stuff, or Maeve, because they will be able to out damage you and get you down, because just the way how she is when it comes to her HP, you're gonna die faster. So you just want to avoid those ranged characters. If they're not focusing you, you want to try to get them out of the way, because if you get them out of the way, there's not gonna be anybody there to stop your range attack. So you will easily be able to jab down the enemy without the enemy being on you or anything like that, and you want to keep your distance. But if it's a ranged character, what you want to do is you want to get up on the ranged character and try to attack them and take them down. But when it comes to characters that has to be on you, like characters like, say if a demon comes out of nowhere, camos get on top of you, things like that, and you want to try to keep your distance and out damage him easily, what you would want to do is you have options. Now your options is either you could use your Hightail and leap back over up to a ledge, and the way you want to use it is you want to jump up on a ledge. That way you get the high ground away from the enemies. Demon could also jump up on ledges and get up to high places. So you want to use this at the right time, and you want to use it correctly. But also other characters like El Bastardo, they can also get up there with you. So characters like him, what you want to do is make sure that his thing is either on cooldown, or if you're in a situation to where you know you could easily get away by using that, you would want to use it then. But that is how you use her Hightail. You don't want to just always just throw it out. You don't need it every time, because she has so many abilities and so many things she could do to keep distance from the enemy. So you could either do that, or you could just use your charge jump and charge up to jump up to high ground, and or you could either do a Hightail to a swoop, and the swoop is also like another dodge, but she could use it while she's in midair as well as on the ground. So you could use that to jump up, and then you can use swoop with either after using the charge jump or the Hightail, and it could give you a lot of spacing from the opponent and you get 2 swoops. So you want to use them correctly, because the swoop can easily give you more damage on an enemy. It can help you get more damage, or it can either like position you away from the enemy to also help you get more damage from afar. So that way you could easily win your fights. And then the last option is you could just parry to a high jump and get away, or you could just parry to a high tilt and get away. Either way, you can use these 2 abilities the most to get away from the enemy, because it's so easy for you to get to a higher ground, and there's many characters that can't just easily jump up to a higher ground like Cass can or like Demon can. So things like that can easily help you. And by the way, you can also parry if they're behind you. So if an enemy is behind you, you can parry if the enemy hits you in your back. So if you're quick enough to do that while they're in your back, you can still parry it. It works the same way like it does in your face. So you just got to be fast. You just got to hit it at the right time, and you're going to get your parry. And not only that, but there's also another way you can use her swoop, which would be more of an aggressor. And you can go through the enemy and, dash through them, help you get more damage on your rake, or you can dash through them to try to, mix them up and then feather dart them and do all this other things that you have. So you have many options when it comes to using the swoop, because the swoop is such a good ability. You can use it many different ways. But next would be her ultimates. So for Dive Bomb, I don't recommend using Dive Bomb for more damage, because Dive Bomb has so little damage that it really doesn't really do much to the enemy. The way you would want to use Dive Bomb is to either escape, which it gives you a lot of time to escape. It's similar to a Doomfist ultimate. So when you pop it, you come out of the game for a good time. And during that duration, you can literally get away from the enemy, because the move's hitbox, you can move it very quickly around the map. So you have good time to use it to escape. Or another way you want to use it would be to either initiate a push or mess up the enemy by stunning them. But in order to stun them, you have to hit them with the center circle. The center circle is what stuns the enemies. The outer circle just gets you a tiny bit of damage, but the center is really where it gives you all the effects of the ultimate. So that's where you want to hit the enemy, but you would not want to use this just to play damage. You would want to use it to either mess up the enemy by stunning them, or initiate a fight by also stunning the enemy. So that's the ways you would want to use Dive Bomb. Blade Dance, this is the ultimate I use the most, because Blade Dance is where it comes with the damage. The damage of Blade Dance is so high, you can easily drop a whole team half bar with Blade Dance if they're sitting inside your ultimate. And Blade Dance is similar to Reaper's ult from Overwatch, where you can move around a little bit, but with her, she has more mobility when she's doing it. So she can jump over the enemy and keep spinning. She can move a lot faster and keep spinning, but she has a lot more momentum while moving around, and a lot more speed when moving around the enemy and stuff. So it's actually quite better when it comes to having some movement. What you want to do is just, like I said, keep jumping around the enemy and just keep using your ultimate. Don't cancel it, because if you cancel it, then it's like, okay, you just wasted a big damage move. Now, the only time I would say you would really want to cancel it is if you know you're going to be countered or stopped or stunned in some kind of way, because CCs can take you out of it. Basic attacks will not take you out of it, but any kind of CC, knockback, or stun, things like that, all kinds of CCs like that will literally just stop all kinds of movement. That's what will really mess up your ultimate. So, like I said, guys, you got to watch out for that. What you want to do is not pop it when you know there's somebody like a Miko standing right beside you or something, because it can easily be stopped and countered. Or like a Buttercup, she could just dash you. Things like that. You don't want to be popping it right on top of them, because it can really just screw up your ult. So like I said, you got to just watch out for that. It would be a big waste of your ultimate, and Blade Dance is a very good ult and a very powerful ult at that. So you might want to watch out for that when you're popping that around enemies. But that's it for this video, guys. If you guys want to catch more videos like this and more, please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the notifications so you won't miss a video. And I will be having more how-to guides coming, so be on the lookout for that. Also, guys, we are almost at our sub goal, so I'll appreciate if you guys would spread our channel to your friends and family so you can help us out a lot more. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. It's been Sage, and I'm out.